In She Knows, the 8th episode of Season 2 of The Buccaneers, Nan tells her mother Patricia, Christina Hendricks, that she is expecting Theo's child, Tintagel's heir apparent. Nan behaves completely out of character throughout the episode, using Lizzy's weakness to her advantage as she schemes and blackmails Theo into allowing her to stay. However, Nan's reasons are explained by her pregnancy. She never intended to fully expose Lizzy. She only had to make sure that she couldn't be separated from her child by Theo and his mother, the Dowager Duchess of Tintagel, Amelia Bullmore. At her ball, she was going to force Theo and his mother into a corner by announcing her pregnancy to the entire society, but Theo interrupted her before she could say anything. In a stunning surprise, Theo announces his abdication as Duke. He announces his love for Lizzy to the world. Theo, Lizzy, and, consequently, Nan and Guy, can all have the freedom they want if he abdicates and gets a divorce. But Theo didn't realize how much his mother valued Tintagel and the history of their family. To keep Tintagel in the family, she surreptitiously drafted a letter to Theo's long-lost brother. Theo's reaction to his brother's arrival will decide how the Buccaneers' probable third season develops. Will his affection for Lizzy suffice? Or, after learning the truth about his brother's conception, will he feel obliged to defend his position as Tintagel's duke? Another concern is whether Lizzy will feel obliged to conceal Nan's pregnancy and whether she will be faithful. The pregnancy will be too much for Nan to handle alone. When Nan realizes she won't be a duchess anymore, she decides to start over and leaves everything behind. A woman who has made many errors but always acts for the people she loves rather than herself, Nan's run on the beach is a poignant moment. It is, after all, how she got into a marriage that was devoid of love. Nan makes a decision specifically for herself for the first time in the Buccaneers Season 2 finale when she flees Tintagel. Since she wants to retain her child and raise it apart from the institution, she will raise it alone. To what extent will she run? And if Theo and the Dowager Duchess ever learn about the pregnancy, will it be far enough away? Although Nan is a free-spirited and organized individual, she also has a strong social side. She finds solace in her family and friends. This was made clear when Nan gave in to her loneliness at the start of this season. Though there's a potential that could jeopardize her freedom, she will surely eventually involve Ginny, Conchita, Mabel, and even Lizzy in her pregnancy. In addition, Guy, Matthew Broome, still harbors strong feelings for Nan in spite of his turbulent, inebriated marriage to Paloma, Grace Ambrose, an Italian beauty. It's unclear why Paloma is keeping the annulment documents from Guy, but if they stay married, Guy will have a much tougher time finding Nan or even helping her through this difficult time. Lizzy must make a challenging choice. Lizzy is once more faced with a decision: will she openly acknowledge Theo's love for her in spite of his status change? Or will she agree to a second, less romantic proposal from Hector Robinson, played by Jacob Ifen, in exchange for a stable, reasonably comfortable life? The true love story of the Buccaneers is the one between these young, brave women, as Nan told Lizzy in the film's conclusion. Because of Lizzy's love for Nan, Lizzy and Theo's relationship might be doomed to fail. But the audience is aware of something Lizzy is not. Despite having earlier rejected him at the altar, Hector's shockingly cunning act of leaking the Duke's affair to the media put Lizzy in a precarious position where the safest course of action was to marry him after all. One of the biggest twists in the episode was definitely Hector's plan. Two strong, crafty men now control Lizzy's entire future and reputation. Despite Lizzy's flaws, they are effectively taking away her autonomy. Lizzy's current predicament is heartbreaking, but it also serves as a reminder of how important the Buccaneers' support is. Lizzy could become quite alone without her companions. Mabel, Ginny, and Conchita figure out how to proceed. Ginny and Freddie are safe at Conchita's house, but her terrifying ordeal with her husband, James, Barney Fishwick, came to a shocking end in the Buccaneers Season 2, Episode 6. However, there was still a small plot point for Conchita and Mabel in the Season 2 finale of the Buccaneers. Conchita's introduction business has been floundering since her husband passed away. She needs money and her family name no longer has any clout. In the meantime,
Mabel finally comes out as gay and has made the decision to start anew after bidding farewell to her not-so-secret girlfriend, Honoria, Mia Threppleton. Mabel wants to make it easier for those who are having sexuality issues to connect with one another. Conchita needs to start a new company. Their fireside conversation is a genuine light in an otherwise dramatic season finale, and there has never been a finer moment for these two to work together.